since we've had our single Pringle Saturday. But I figured I thought we'd keep the flowers around to the end of February. You know, I took time to put all these petals down, so I thought we'd use this until we go back into ordinary time. Good old ordinary time. Tired. Very, very tired. Yes, hello, 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 hello. I'm doing alright. I'm just a bit tired. There's always something you gotta do. There's always something you gotta do when you think there's nothing to do. There's always something to do. So, just been busy. Just been busy like usual. The guy donated and said, "Hey, Tori, hope you've been well." I've been alright. I've been alright. There's been a few bumps in the road this week, but I'm doing alright. Volume's too low? Oh, wait, hold on. Why does it do this? Every time. Let me make sure it's on the right microphone for one. It's on the right. Okay, hold on. I know what's going on. Every once in a while when, like, it happens every single time. Hold on. Is that better? For some reason, this happens all the time in my device properties, but it resets my mic to only 75%, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Hopefully that's better. It just likes to be difficult, I guess. Also, for some reason, there's like these hidden gigabytes that are like on my PC. Like, I had like 50 gigabytes free on my PC, on my local disk C, all right? And I have 2 internal hard drives, so I put all my games on my other hard drive. So there's no games. There are no games on my main local disk C. And I just checked it this morning. It's like, you have 25 gigabytes free. And I'm like, I checked my temporary files. I was checking the temporary files of like different programs, you know, and it's like, I don't know where this is coming from. It was driving me insane this morning. I was trying to, like, I even moved like some like just smaller folders that I thought I could keep on my local disk C to like my other hard drive, because it was like, it was so dumb. I don't know what's going on with it, but anyways. Oh, I see an ad. Get out of here. Get out of here, you ads. Adam donated and said, "For my Kofi skit, I used the word Earthians, not Earthlings, with some aliens." Okay. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. Let's check Kofi then. Let's check it, shall we? Unless maybe it hasn't come in yet, but we'll see. Today's the 28th? The 28th. Let's see. Cyberman donated and said, oh, this is for which Korra? Okay, I'm assuming the first couple words from which Korra is saying is actually an action, even though it's outside the colon. So, and obviously in this, we're not gonna yell, because we do not want to kill people's ears. So we are gonna have, so which Korra is yelling outside of the donut shop, and she says, "Okay, Sai, either hand over the box and my money or else." Okay, you're in danger. What? Sai says, "But it gives me the best wishes and you never give me 1 penny." And then which GF sighs and says, "Fine, just give me the box, you can keep the money, and I promise I won't turn you into a toad." What? Would you steal? Would you steal, man? Did you steal the money box? You can't be stealing her money box. You stole her money box from her shop, and it will probably turn you into a toad. Where are we now? Oh! We have a donation from Elias Esteban Sanchez. Oh, okay, we have another poem, I believe. Elias be giving us poems every week. All right. So it's a 3-part donation, and Elias says, you had an idea of more poems for the Wholesome cinematic universe, so here we go. Okay. This is a response piece to War wanting that doesn't belong, war as in like, okay, war as in like the goddess of war, in case anybody hasn't seen the latest video, the audio that we had about the goddess being jealous. There was a goddess of war that wanted the listener, that obviously the listener was not going to be going for. But anyway, so this is a response piece to war wanting what doesn't belong to her. All right, let's hear what this poem's all about. So it says, softly glowing tender lights bring more comfort than banner and flames, nurtures greater growth than power and steel, whether through gilded halls or barren fields. Quiet devotion would lead me much further than raging ambition, and humble submission grants me greater strength than your offering of maddened bloodlust. So continue to tempt the blind and ambitious, for here your offerings fall upon deaf ears. It says, hope you and the fam Tori and the Eats have a great week, Tori. Oh, thank you, Elias. That was really nice. Dude, we have a themed poem about our latest video. That's really cool. It's kind of cool to like see a poem like mirroring what happened in a video. That's really cool, Elias. Well, thank you. That's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Let's see. Oh, and also I hope you have a good week too, Elias. I hope you have a good week too. John Kraft donated and said, hey Tori, how do you know if a vampire is unwell? Oh no. How would I know? It says, because he'll be coughing. Oh my goodness. We're getting dad jokes from this side too. All right. He donated again and also said, here's my other joke. How did the picture end up in prison? It was framed. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, you guys and your dad jokes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We actually have quite a few donations from Adam, but I don't think the latest one has come in yet. Oh, it has. Okay. We have a 7-part donation. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think I got them all in order. Oh, right, we have multiple characters in this one. So we have Padawan, so that's like our Jedi GF. I think her voice is pretty basic. They have Calamity, and then Flirty Enemy. So just like a random person. Flirty Enemy, okay. So I guess it's just a flirty enemy. For the sake of simplicity, to keep the voices as like separate as possible so people can understand, we're just gonna give the flirty enemy an accent because it'll just be easier that way. We'll give her a British accent because why not, or you know, English accent, whatever. So we start off with our flirty enemy, our nameless flirty enemy, and she says, I know what you're thinking. That we're amazed that you would confront. You're thinking it. Wow. What a cool design that woman is. And then you have Padawan and the Calamity just being silent for like a second. Doubtless, you're thinking Willikers. I would never think Willikers. There's no need for cursing. That villain with the horns looks cool with flames, but you don't have to just think it. You can verbalize it too. And then Calamity and both Padawan are silent again. We have the Good Queen. The Good Queen is also in this? Oh, crap. That's really going to put a ring in my plans. How are we going to... Okay, maybe we can't do the accent now. Because that's going to sound the same. Oh, okay. We're just going to give the flirty enemy a haughty voice instead. I'll start from the last line. So we'll say, that villain with the horns looks cool with the flames, but you don't have to just think it. You can verbalize it too. And the Good Queen says, why are you just talking? A compliment won't go amiss. People don't compliment each other nearly enough. There's no need to resort to violence when we just compliment each other and make friends. And then, okay, this is Padawan. Padawan says, redacted, you. What was that, Padawan? And it says flashback. Okay, there's a lot going on. Calamity says, remember, Padawan, if you want to be socially acceptable on Earth, you must use the word redacted. Redacted? Yes, but if you really want to get on someone's good side, you say redacted you. It also means hello, and sometimes used as a compliment. Earthians have such a beautiful way with words. I will say that to everyone I greet, and us as it is a compliment. Yes, you should wait. What did you just call the people of Earth? Earthians. Don't you mean earthlings? Earthlings? That's a funny word. It sounds like word for Earthian younglings. Above force. There's no need for cursing. What a stupid name. Amazing how anyone gets it through without bursting into laughter. And then we're back to present. And Padawan says, redacted you. Well, there you have it. Redacted you in the face. So be it. Starts fighting. And I guess then Padawan Padawan says after the fighting, I get the impression you weren't being honest in what that means, Calamity. Oh, that would be, yeah, our lovely Padawan going on a mission, meets some Earthlings, and decides to redact them. That is a wonderful thing. I can only imagine. But no, thank you, Adam. Thank you for all the donations. Thane donated and said, Hi Tori, tired Thane here. Hope you're well. Spent the day with Mila and my best friend at a convention buying some stuff. I'll not stay long tonight. Also ate some cheese fondue. Would recommend it to everyone to try. Oh, I'm glad you had a fun time, Thane. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, I've been well. Honestly, there's just been a lot going on, but I'm doing good now. Cheese fondue. Have I ever tried fondue? I mean, I've had a lot of different types of cheeses. I've had like nacho cheese, like that type of melted cheese, but I don't think I've ever had like a fondue cheese that like I dipped items into, like other than like nacho stuff. So, well, I'll have to try it sometime, Thane. I know you are a cheese lover. The lover of cheese. All right, we'll switch over real quick to some super chats and then we'll go back to Kofi, trying to even things out. Let's see, there's Adam. Yeah, there's Adams. Cyberman has been a member for 39 months and said, Hey Tori, hope you okay. 39 months and still here to have a good time and flirt and send hugs to support you always. Also, not gonna lie, I thought you would play today. I'll play something. I'll probably announce it if I do. I've been trying to debate what we would play. Like, I know obviously, I know we haven't played Apex in a really long time. I'm mega rusty. Like, mega rusty. So, I tried to play for a little bit to try to, like, unrust myself, but then I got busy again, and then so I stopped, so I'm probably rusty again. It's weird. Like, with Apex, like, I have to play consistently in order to do well, versus with, like, Overwatch, like, I can be gone for, like, 3 months and come back, and, like, it's like riding a bike. So, yeah, hopefully we can try to play something, whether it be Apex or I know I mentioned like doing like a Stardew Valley playthrough. That would just be like a peaceful playthrough, and I know people thought that was cool. But yeah, we'll probably try to do Apex first because I know people have been wanting to play that, so hopefully we can do that sometime soon. But yeah, no, Summer, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. Ty donated and said, 40 months of being a wholesome yeet. Hope you're having a great week, Tori. What did one hat say to the other? You stay here, I'll go on ahead. Oh my gosh, Ty. Oh, Ty. It would not be the same stream without you throwing in a dad joke. Yeah, Ty, I hope you had a good week too, and thank you for sticking around as being a member for 40 months. That's insane. I'm gonna have to make another badge soon enough. I'll have to make another badge. I don't know how to make it more holy. We already have the holiest of badges. We'll have to actually, because I think we had a holy badge, we have a diamond badge. The next badge, like I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'll have to figure it out. Seki Jokes donated and said, hooray, you got to catch my favorite what is that? Limerence? Limerence? I've never heard of that word before. Or maybe I have and I don't remember. Let's educate ourselves. What does it mean? Limerence is an involuntary, intense state of romantic obsession. Okay, that's probably why I've never heard of it. Dealer Live. I kid. Any advice on how to maintain creativity when the spark has has waned terribly? That is a good question. How to maintain creativity. I don't know. I think just trying to create new stuff sometimes. I mean, like, I feel like for personal projects, right? Like, I'm most creative with some of my personal projects with doing, you know, like drawings and stuff like that. I feel like I'm most creative when I work on something that's like personally mine, and obviously that's really different from the situation that you're talking about. Because like sometimes like working on the channel, I take a break and I work on some of my personal stuff, and that's when I feel the most creative. It's almost like an outlet. But if you're already working on your stuff and you're at a roadblock, yeah, I think like just trying something slightly different, like, you know, like whether you try a different prompt or a different, I mean, like obviously I guess it depends on like whether you're talking about writing or artwork, but there's definitely prompts for both, like, you know, like whether you're gonna draw this specific thing in this specific way or using a specific color palette, or there's like sometimes challenges in the way you shade things, or like maybe sometimes like I just randomly pick a reference photo that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sketch this today because that might be fun. It's a different pose. Or as far as writing goes, I'd recommend writing prompts. Those are really useful sometimes, especially even if the writing is terrible. It just gets you to write something different. So I'd recommend maintaining creativity is to like try something new, try like different prompts, and even if it's like not like the best thing in the world, sometimes like stepping in a different direction than that way you're able to go back to what you were doing before is a bit easier. And sometimes maintaining creativity is just keep on doing it. Just keep on doing what you're doing, even if you don't want to do it. Sometimes, like for like my what's it called? Like if I'm writing for my book, and I just can't like think of anything, I just write it down, even if it's terrible, and I don't think it's that creative, just because doing something is better than nothing, I guess. So hopefully that helps. I feel like there's a lot of different ways into help maintaining creativity, and it just depends on your mood, whether it's, you know, stepping back from it or trying something new. There's different things that work for everyone. So hopefully that helped. Oh, I see the ads again. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't know why these ads are even popping up. It's only 6:17. Let's see. Neb has been a member for 8 months and said, 8 months of being a yeet. Huzzah! Always happy to be here with you all. I'm excited to hit the 1 year milestone. Aw, thank you, Neb. Actually, you know, every time I hear huzzah, I always think of the Ren Fair, because I went to a Ren Fair last year, and it's every time like somebody tipped, they said huzzah! And so I kept on hearing huzzahs from around the Ren Fair from the different stalls. It was really funny. But yeah, anywho, yeah, no, I'm very glad you're here with us too, Neb. I'm very glad you're here with us too. Thank you, thank you. Sly Coop donated and said, both audios this week are amazing. The Evil Sorceress is such a great design, and I'm glad you used our name suggestion for the goddess. I left a late paid comment on both, by the way, if you didn't see. Yeah, I think I liked all the super thanks from each of the videos. Hopefully I didn't miss it. But no, thank you. I'm glad that you liked both the videos and that you liked how they were like structured and stuff. I realized we haven't had a, you know, evil villain in a while. I know we had, I think our latest one was like the Catwoman, you know, like or like she was supposed to like be like very inspired by Catwoman in a way. So I was like, you know what, let's try something else. Let's actually get an evil sorceress in here, or like someone who like is legit evil, and she's like, oh yeah, like no, I'm actually not that good of a person, but you're mine now. So that was kind of fun. I'm glad you liked it. So thank you, thank you. Severman donated and said, my milestone was to be first, but whatever works, lol. It's all right. Everybody's first in my book. No worries. No worries. Where am I at? Where am I at? There we go. Someone donated again and said, you can set a poll in chat now if you want to try. Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard that there's polls now. We got polls and Q&As and members. Well, I think members only live streams have been around for a while. We got polls and Q&As at our disposal. Avian donated and said, "Hey Tori, sadly I must come and go immediately. I'm at work right now. Oh no! Hope you have an amazing stream. Also, what are your thoughts on a 4th Royal Maid video where the listener proposes to her?" Oh yeah, we haven't done her in a while. Let's see, where did we leave off actually? Royal Maid gets jealous. Well, yeah, I forgot. Like that's the Royal Maid was I think like it started off with like being like a forbidden love thing, and then finally at the ball, right? The mom found out, like the queen, the actual queen was like, "Oh yeah, no, like I know this has been going on for a long time. It's chill, and like it's fine." And like so yeah, so I guess they yeah, it was never official that they got proposed, but like it was like, you know, inferred that that's probably where it was gonna go. So yeah, you never know. Maybe we'll bring her back. Maybe we'll bring our lovely maid back for a proposal. Yeah, I'll have to. It's always hard to do proposals the other way around because, you know, y'all can't speak in the video. It'll just be like 2 minutes of silence I'll put on the screen. Just envision that you're giving a 2-minute proposal here. I guess it could be quick. Will you marry me? There you go. Enough said. Or she like literally repeats back everything you say. So you think I'm the love of your life and you can't live without me? Oh, but yeah, no, that's actually cute. I actually did like them. Maybe we will bring her back so that way we can get her to be a maid wife. We can wife her up, become a waifu. Babe donated and said, "Maybe I should find my Star Wars dad joke book to get things really going." I kid, of course. Oh no. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Oh my. I'm gonna shrivel. Oh my goodness. Where am I? I keep on losing my place. There we go. Ty donated and said, "Why can't Monday lift Saturday? It's a weekday." Oh my gosh, Ty. Oh, Ty. Oh, Ty. Why do you do this to me, Ty? Oh, Ty. Yeah. I guess Monday. It is, you know, Monday is a weekday. It is a weekday. I feel weak on Mondays. Oh. Smee, Mr. Smee, has been a member for 40 months and said, "I'm night raining? What does that mean, Mr. Smee? I'm night raining, but everyone better behave because I always got my eyes on you." Or are you busy, Mr. Smee? Are you working nights? Is that what you're saying? Night raining? Night raining! What does that mean? Oh wait, no, is that a game? Hold up. Night Rain? It is Elden Ring! It's an Elden Ring game, okay. Not in ringing. Okay, he's not in ringing, y'all. You have to respect the British way of night and ringing. So you're gonna have to behave. That, and I guess Mr. Shmee always has his eyes on the chat, so. Mr. Shmee is an entity. He sees all. Neb donated and said, "Recently caught up on the show Resident Alien and couldn't help but think of the Alien GF. I wonder how her and Harry Alien would interact, lol." I feel like they get along pretty well. I feel like she would be aware of his species, so she would like know like culturally how he acts. And you know, I feel like obviously they view humanity differently at first, you know, because like when Harry first came to the planet, he kind of just didn't really care about human lives that much. And obviously our alien GF, I forgot her species name already, but you know, she found humans to be so intriguing to her. So I feel like she'd actually help him a lot with transitioning to like Earth life. She'd like I feel like they'd be buddies. And they'd both like, you know, like really like having pizza together, because I know Harry really likes pizza. And then like she would probably introduce, she's like, "Oh, well, I studied Earth, Earth customs, and they actually really like this thing." And he'd be like, "Oh," and then she'd try to show it to me like, "Oh wow, this is nice," you know. So I feel like they'd get along. I feel like they'd get along well. I like Harry. Harry's such a cutie. He's a little cutie. Cyberman donated and said, "So what's the deal with the new schedule next week?" There's not really a deal. I just wanted to try something different. I mean, there's really no like, deal. I just thought I'd try a different schedule, see if it works better, and that's pretty much it. And I thought I'd try it for a little while, because I mean, you know, trying it for 1 week doesn't really show like if it's more efficient for you or whatever. So I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna be, whether I'm I went back and forth actually after the post, whether I was gonna post on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, because I know before I said, oh, I'm gonna post on Wednesdays, Saturdays. So I'm definitely gonna be posting on Saturdays for a bit. I want to try that out. But as far as Tuesdays or Wednesdays go, I might still keep Tuesdays. We'll see. We'll see. I know for sure it's switching to Saturday, from Friday to Saturday. But for Tuesday, Wednesday, it just depends. I'm gonna check on a few more things. But most likely, now that I really think about it, I might just keep Tuesdays as they are. But I'll probably make an announcement tomorrow if that's what I decide to do, just so no one's confused. Not that like it's that confusing. We're still getting 2 uploads a week that are pretty spaced apart. But yeah, just kind of want to try something new. Where am I at? I gotta go back to Kofi real quick. Okay, we have a 4-part donation from Bobby. Let's see what this is about. Bobby Who's Grunts. I don't know who that is. We have Evil Sorceress, which I'm assuming is our evil, you know, from the last video. And then we have Fighter, which is your D&D character, but who is Grunts? Who is Grunts? I don't know who that is. Y'all, I don't know who these people are. But anywho, I guess I don't know what voice to give for Grunts. We're gonna give Fighter just a normal Wait, did the Evil Sorceress? She had an English accent, right? Oh no, did she? I don't think she did. No. Evil's I'm thinking of War. War, the evil. Yeah, the goddess of war had the English accent. The Evil Sorceress did not. She just kind of had a lower voice. Just think lackeys for. Oh, okay, so they're just like her minions. Okay, I'm like, who is Grunts? Who is this? Is this like a like a goblin? Because sometimes I know goblins have weird names. But anyways, all right, so Evil Sorceress, her minions, and then I guess the the fighter. So, Evil Sorceress says, "Ah, it seems we have our new guest."
Yes, ma'am. He's part of the Paladin team.
Now remember your duty. No matter what happens, don't unlock that door. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now leave us.
The grunt leaves.
Now, we shall have some fun, you and I.
And then the fighter chuckles.
Then, so the Evil Sorcerer says, "Pray tell, what is so funny?"
He says, "Oh, you poor thing. You think I was caught on purpose?"
"What do you mean?"
"You see, I'm not locked in here with you." Grunt locks door and breaks, and I break chains. What is this? And the Evil Sorceress looks scared. What kind of fantasy is this? Fighter says, "You're locked in here with me." Evil Sorceress screams in fear. And then Grunt says, "Maybe we should check on her." And then the other Grunt says, "No, remember last time, how mad she was?" 2 hours later, the Grunt says, "Sorceress, what happened?" And Evil Sorceress says,
"Why didn't you open the door?"
You said not to.
"Well, he stole my spells, burned all my research, stole my bag of all my treasures, stole my wallet, then ran off with his equipment. But not before he freed all my prisoners."
Well, outside of that, how you feeling?
I don't know about that. That is quite the feat. Sure. Although that would really suck if your minions did not help you out. Neb donated and said, sorry. Okay, this is between Neb and Neko and Kokiri. Okay, so Neko says,
Kokiri said you should start changing my rent.
"Don't worry, I won't do that. I'll charge you with cuddles."
I'm okay with that.
And Kokiri says, "Give him rent."
He'll get his rent when he gets some gosh darn cuddles.
And Neko's like, bro, I pay in cuddles. What you talking about? You think I'm employed? Neko's not employed. Ire donated and said, "Loved yesterday's video. The wholesome goddess is the best way to end a busy week. Yesterday's video is one of the few jealousy scenarios I actually enjoy. Gods and goddesses can be really petty. Just look at the Nordic and Greek pantheons. Either way, have a hug, wholesome gal." Oh, well, thank you, Iron. And yeah, I don't know much. I mean, I've heard. I actually don't know much about Greek, Greek gods and goddesses, or you said Nordic and pantheon, Nordic and Greek gods and goddesses. But I'm sure I've heard that things get pretty intense. So, yeah, I figured as like the goddess of light, she's not like a very jealous person, but I feel like she feels like slightly jealous and severely insulted, and you don't want to insult her. So, and obviously the goddess of war likes to, really, she likes to like really, rub salt in the wound at times. She likes to pick on you because she can. Causing fights is literally all that she is, so that makes sense. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Iron. Thane donated and said, "I'm really considering to write a multi-class D&D warlock and sorcerer character. The goddess and the sorceress are both competing over your love and your devotion towards them, while the characters just wanted to be left alone and they have to live with the shenanigans." Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just like, dude, I just want to be left alone. Can you just leave me alone? I don't want either of you. I just want to live in peace. Is that too much to ask? But no, that sounds really funny. Just like having to like put up with all this stuff that's going on, even though you want nothing to do with it. So, no, that sounds like a fun campaign to run. Well, not campaign, but I guess like that sounds like a really fun like character dynamic to have when you're using the characters in a campaign. So you'll have to let me know how that goes if you end up using them. Says also, I meant the evil sorceress for this character. Both goddess and evil sorceress are trying to give more power and abilities to the character, and at some point they would share them, like, you got them these days and you got them these days and I got them these days deal. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I can see like, yeah, I can definitely see like, yeah, like I feel like both the goddess of war and the evil sorceress would definitely be like a person who would make deals, you know what I mean? Deals that may not necessarily always end in your favor, but deals nonetheless, so I can see that. I can see that happening. I feel like our evil sorceress very much, yeah, I feel like it would probably, the goddess would probably make more deals than the sorceress, but I can see both. Yeah, if we do a part 2 for the evil sorceress, I wonder what we would do. I feel like it sounds so bad, but she's an evil sorceress, so it's true. I mean, she probably views you guys at this point as like a cute pet. She's like, oh, they're cute, so I'm just gonna keep them. Like, you're just gonna sit on this little chair and want for nothing, and you're just gonna be my cute little pal. She'd probably dress you up and be like, oh yeah, I got you like these really nice robes today. You're gonna wear these today. And then like if anybody does anything to like, say anything like against you, she'd probably just off them. They'd be like, whoa, look at that person getting special treatment. And she'd be just like pulling a lever down into the dungeons. Down into the dungeons they go. Here, let's check on some of the super chats. I am a bit behind on those. Where are we at? I think the last one I read was Cyberman's. Neb donated and said, for context, I did another art piece on Discord of me and Neko and Kokiri and said I should start charging her rent. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Neko's gonna be like, well, I got nothing. I don't know why you think I have money. Yeah, I can see that. Neko's like, yeah, I don't have a job. That's funny. Yeah, she pays in cuddles, I suppose. I can see that being a thing. I was trying to find it, but I couldn't see it. It's probably scrolled a bit. Unless it's the one where she's sitting on the couch. I did see the one sitting on the couch, unless there's a different one that I'm missing. But it is very cute, nonetheless. Oopsie daisy. Bobby donated and said, I think I may wait later in the stream for now on for sketches. Stream seems to buffer at my end and fixes itself by the HR marks. SMH. Oh, dang. I'm sorry about that, Bobby. Sorry your stream is buffering. I'm sorry. Sometimes YouTube's just a big butt sometimes. Oh, I'm nobody's pet. Well, you might be for now, Iron. The evil sorceress. She has plans for you. Like, wow, I never thought I would hear Tori say something like that in 2026. She's an evil sorceress, okay? Like, she's evil, okay? She's not gonna think of y'all as an equal from the get-go. It's just not gonna happen. She's this all-power evil sorceress who was literally gonna off you on the battlefield, but then she was like, hey, you're cute. I'm gonna keep you. Like, she's evil. I don't know what to say. I literally don't know what else to say for that. And Nep's like, I can live with that. I can live with that. Mr. Friends donated and said, I love the girlfriend romantic roleplay. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you do indeed enjoy it. I try my best to make it, I try my best to have a variety, I suppose. Some more romantic than others, some a bit, more funny or quirky or, more like calming. So, I'm glad you like them. He's like, that's not wholesome, you wholesome queen. Thane! Listen! Maybe it's the start to a wholesome end. It'll be like one of those things where it's like you give the villain a change of heart and they realize that love is the most important thing and, living a good, decent life. Maybe. I guess the whole point of the evil queen is, being evil. But anyways. I guess evil characters are the one unwholesome thing on the channel, because I guess you really can't be wholesome if you're evil. Saberman donated, and the evil sorceress says, oh, pull the lever, Sai. And she screams, wrong lever. Yeah. Yeah, she's like, why do we even have that lever? It's the crocodile pit. The lovely crocodile pit, that's why. The lovely crocodile pit. He says, yeah, some evil queen kidnaps me. She better sleep with one eye open. Oh, she won't. Oh, don't worry. She's got it all under control. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna make the joke. Anyways, Nev donated and Tori says, just trust the process. Yeah, just trust the process. Just trust the process. It's fine. Just trust the process. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Where are we at? I think the last one I read was Thames. Okay. So Cyberman donated, and it's between, I guess, Neko and Sai, I think. So we'll give it a shot. So Neko says,
Hey Sai, how come you don't make multi-segment stories like the others?
and then Sai says, because my card would let me push my cast too fast, and I like to be more detailed in my donos. Neko says,
Okay, how detailed do you make me?
well, I mean, what you will say in the skit, but you're beautiful. Neko's like, aw. Well, I'm glad that she is beautiful, Sai. Neko is very beautiful. She's a very beautiful Neko. The Cobalt Coyote donated and said, hey, Tori, can you say, okay, sounds like this. Really channel the goblin favorite boys sound. Oh, that's from Ace. Oh, that's from Favorite Boys. Yeah, that's the... Oh, I'm trying to remember the tune. It's been a long time since I listened to that, actually. Isn't it like... Okay, sounds like this. And it goes like, welcome to the jungle. Bum, 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 bum. A bunch of Korean that I can't speak. That says... Okay, so you want me to say that? So, okay, sounds like this. And then it kind of goes into the song. It says it will make sense soon, hopefully. I'll be real, I'm trying to channel Da Vinci, creating the Mona Lisa right now. Hey, yo! You creating a Mona Lisa? I will be very excited to see what it looks like, Cobalt. I'm very excited. Yeah, no, that's no, I think, yeah, out of like, I think my two favorite songs from Ace are probably, what was it called? Favorite Boys, which is also Goblin, and it has two names. I don't know why, but it does. So Goblin / Favorite Boys, and their song called Supernova. It's a really good song. It's actually in English, so I can sing along to it. So, but no, Cobalt, I wish you the best of luck in your endeavors. I am very excited to see what you come up with. Hopefully, I said it correctly. If you need it again for some reason, please let me know. Piglord donated and said, Bonjour. I had a question about Navi GF. Was it hard drawing her hands since she only has 4 digits? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Absolutely, yes, it was. I was like looking at my own hands and like I was trying to picture it like with my pinky cut off, but then it like makes your palm smaller. So like what I learned about the palm, like usually like I draw a square for palms whenever I try to figure out how the hand's gonna work. And eventually if I break down, I'll just use my own hand. Like I'll just take a picture of it and then I'll just literally use my hand as the reference. But like I was like, okay, I'm in a pickle. I can't just use my hand as the reference. Like sure, you can kind of cut off it, but like it doesn't look right because it's like it needs to be spaced out a little differently because of the wrist. Like your wrist goes a little outward more than like where your third finger is. So I was just yeah, it was a challenge. I'm gonna be honest, it was a challenge. I probably drew that hand multiple times and I gave up and I was like, you know what, this is just gonna be what it is. So I'm glad it came out decently because I hated that. That was one thing. I had like I think 2 different hands in the thumbnails out. Let me look. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I had a hand in the last 2, and then after the last one, I was like, I'm never drawing a freaking hand again. Yeah, it wasn't. I guess it wasn't too bad. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill, but I remember it being difficult, definitely in the beginning. I was having like my brain was having issues trying to like figure out how things were gonna look. You think it wouldn't be that bad. You're like, oh, it's one less finger you gotta worry about, but it's mega weird. It's actually, I was surprised in how I was confused. Like I thought like it was gonna be easier for me, but it most certainly was not. It was definitely not easier for me. Okay, so now we have another 4-part donation from Adam, and this is between our Jedi Master, I believe she had a really deep voice, if I remember correctly, and the Padawan. Okay, so Jedi Master and Padawan. Okay.
Padawan, what's this I hear that you started a fight with the new villain? Well, might I remind you as a Jedi, we are peacekeepers, and must try to resolve conflicts without resorting to violence. Yes, Master. Explain yourself.
Well, it turns out that she revealed herself and only wanted compliments without resorting to violence.
Compliments? That's all?
Yes.
What happened?
I told her redacted you, and that's how the fight started.
That's how the fight started? Yes. But Calamity told us it means hello, and sometimes a compliment to Earthians.
Given the nature of the response, I suspect Calamity wasn't being honest.
I've been telling all the Earthians that I greeted that.
Flashback. Random person. Good afternoon.
Go redacted yourself.
Oh no! Not even the Jedi Master. No. Good gosh. Not the Jedi Master. Oh, goodness gracious. That is, oh, dang. Okay, I think the last one I read was Nebs for Super Chats. Yeah, there it is. Bobby donated and said, just trust the process. Last words of my uncle heard before joining the USMC. I don't know what that is. What is the USMC? Dang it. Stop it. I'm trying to highlight it. You won't let me do it. United States Marine Corps. Ah. Oh, just trust the process. Well, hopefully he was fine being in that. Hopefully things ended well for him. Hopefully he was fine. Thane donated and said, who are you? When have you done with the real cat? Listen, Thane, listen, okay? I'm just trying not to be a liar, alright? If I made an evil queen sorceress who brags about, like, people screaming in her dungeon, if I say, oh yeah, she's wholesome, that seems like I'm a liar. I look like, my britches are burning, okay? Like, it's like, I can't be that naive, alright? Okay? I wanted to try an evil queen yet again, but like, can an evil queen be wholesome? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Cause, yeah, I mean, it was already a challenge with Yandere wife, like, I'm gonna be honest. That was a challenge, but she's like reformed, right? She's not full on Yandere, actually. Like she went through the process of being rehabilitated. But our evil sorceress is not rehabilitated. Like, it would have to be like, the only way to make her really wholesome would be like, you're rehabilitated evil queen. Like, she used to be evil, like she's working on her evil tendencies. But yeah, no, I mean, I can't vouch for the evil queen. We can't vouch for her because she's an evil queen. So, at least for the evil queen, you know. Like, there has to be an outright in our... The dehumidifier. We haven't heard the dehumidifier in ages. There he is. I thought you were gonna be quiet. Shush, 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 shush. Quiet, please. But yeah, you know what? Actually, this actually opens up some room for our universal lore, right? Like, we have to have a wholesome adversary, well, not wholesome, we have to have an adversary in our wholesome universe, right? We have all our wholesome ladies and gals and, you know, our war, you know, all the wholesome ladies, right? All the wholesome women. The wholesome women who be queens and knights and all these other things. We have, like, we basically created almost like a Barbie universe, right? Like, in the Barbie Toyland, there's like every Barbie, like every job out there. We basically tried to create almost like every girlfriend there was in our wholesome universe. So there has to be one adversary, the villain, right? And it's the evil queen. She's our evil sorceress who is the villain in the wholesome universe, right? So, yeah. That'll be our wholesome lore. She will be that, you know, like, she lives within the wholesome universe because, you know, we gotta have an adversary. So there you go. There we go. Now it all makes sense. Where are we at? Is she wholesomely evil? That's a good question. Maybe she has a certain line where she draws a line. She's like, oh yeah, no.
I don't hurt animals. That's off the table. Now people. And she's like, yeah, no, I would never hurt an animal. Never. No. I treat my crocodiles very well. Animal abuse is where she draws the line. That's, yeah, wholesomely evil. There you go. And I was like, I too approve the lore. Yes. There you go. We created our first adversary. Because I know we had some other evil queens, but like, I don't know if they were like... Yeah, because it's becoming the evil queen's new servant. I know we had that back in... The evil queen back in... This was in 2021. Evil queen wants you all to herself. I feel like the evil queen that wanted you all to herself was a little bit more... She wasn't as evil as the first one, when you became the servant for the evil queen. I feel like that one was slightly more devious, but like almost like in a Disney-esque villain type thing, like ha 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 ha. You know, I think, if I remember correctly, I feel like this evil sorceress is a little more darker. You know what I mean? She's a little more sinister. She's a little bit more mean, if I would say so. Oh, I did. Oh, I missed your last super chat, Thane. My bad. What did I miss? Where are we at? Okay, that's the one that I read. Say, who are you? When have you done with Cat? It says also, are you going to be open? It says also, are you going to open a whole new can for comm? You mean for commissions? At the moment, no. If you meant commissions. Unless you mean something else. Let me read that again. Make sure I read it right. Also, you're gonna open a whole new can for comm. Also, you are gonna... So no, that's not a question. You said also you are gonna open a whole new can for comm. What does that mean? What is comm, Thane? What is comm? And thank you, Bobby. I did see I missed Thane's super chat. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, what do you mean by calm? Just let me know, and I will let you know. Cyberman mentioned comedy, unless you mean comedy, I don't know. Commissions? Well, oh, you mean this is an open a whole new can for commissions. Okay. So you mean like allowing evil characters in commissions? We can allow evil characters for commissions, but it still has to follow the general rules of not being, you know, it has to be suitable for work. Obviously, the video I made was still suitable for work, in a sense. Oh, for his commission? I guess I'll wait for Thane to answer. I'll wait for Thane to answer versus just guessing. But no, I just finished a commission, so now I'm working on yours, Thane. Oh, that's what you meant, like opening more commissions up? Right now, unless you meant like everything I was talking about. If you thought I was talking about like opening up a can of worms for like allowing evil characters, that's fine. We can have evil characters. We just, you know, obviously are going to still follow the guidelines of it being suitable for work, and, you know, like it would have to be something that I would post like generally on the channel. You know, obviously there are certain keywords that are hard for me to say without getting demonetized, like the, you know, the unalived word. We have to say like passed away or oft, because for some reason that word gets flagged a lot, so we can use that word. You know what I mean? But like in a general sense, plot wise, it'll be, you know, generally the same. But yeah, we can still have evil characters. Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah. So people. It's not like you have to like. You can have a totally evil queen if you want an evil queen that is like raining fire down upon the earth, and like you're her little buddy. As long as it's not like super gory or like, like very like off the wall kind of evil where it's like a little bit uncomfy, like it should be fine as long as as long as it's within the ballpark of like what's been posted on my channel, you know, then yeah, like yeah, we can do that. I mean, that's totally possible. It's not like, you know, I mean I can act an evil character. It's something I can do, you know, within reason. So, you know, and we can always tweak it. You know, if your idea doesn't fall in alignment with what I'm comfortable doing, I'll just let you know and we'll figure something out, you know. But yeah, we can definitely have evil queen, actually, like, not like lightly evil. Like, if you want an evil queen, we can have an evil queen, you know. But anywhoosies, yeah, that is possible. And also, Thane, I am now working on your commission next. It's now the next in the lineup. I just finished one, so now I am now going to be working on yours, just so you know. Alright. Neb donated and said, some villains aren't always full on evil. Some are just a little gray, like maybe an anti-hero, maybe. I don't know where I'm going with this. No, I get what you mean. It's almost like some villains, like, it's almost like a likable villain, right? Like, they're still a villain. Like, they're still bad. But, like, you can see that there are parts of them that are good in some ways. And I know that there's some, like, actual anti-heroes who just are like vigilantes, or like they're not really good people, but they're more good than bad type of thing. Like they're actually not being evil to be evil. I feel like she's definitely not an anti-hero. I feel like she's definitely an evil sorceress, but I do feel like there are parts that are, I mean, like, I haven't made lore for her, so like I haven't made the whole backstory yet, but like subconsciously in my mind, I feel like obviously she has a very, very traumatic past, and you know, like as most villains do when you learn their backstory, there's always something that leads them down the villain road, you know. And so there's good parts of her, but nah, she's evil. She's an evil villain, but there's a reason why she's an evil villain. Kind of like trying to think of someone to compare it to. I'm not really quite sure, but we'll call it a likable villain. You know, she's very charming. She's still evil. You know, there's some parts of her that you like, but she's still a villain. That's the best way I could describe it, I think. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely gray areas for Neb. I feel like there is some gray to her, for sure, I think. Maybe. Seki Jokes donated and said, you could go down the path of queen/sorceress, which that's seen as evil, but is misunderstood. Listener could be a heroic knight that truly sees her. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I honestly wasn't even sure if I was gonna make a part 2 to the video, so I really wasn't like planning ahead. All I knew was in my head that she was evil. It wasn't like she was misunderstood, like she was actually evil. But she could have some good parts of her that maybe can be accentuated, that could be, you know, thought upon. But I guess my main goal was to actually have an evil character, you know, like an actual evil villain. So that's where my mind was going. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see where it goes if we end up making another part for her. Ty donated and said, what did Yoda say when he saw himself on a 4K TV? HDMI. Oh my gosh, Ty. Oh my gosh. It's funny that you can actually see, I can see him doing that. I can see Yoda doing that. I can see him doing that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Bobby donated and said, to be honest, the best villains are those that go full out. When you try the sympathetic route, it gets boring quickly. If you're going to be evil, don't hold back. Quoting my English film teacher. I think it goes both ways. I honestly don't think there's one way to write a villain. I definitely think you can still be sympathetic to a villain and them still being a full-fledged villain, right? Like, you can still, like, be like, that's inexcusable, you were evil, but you can still, like, be sympathetic to how they got there. I feel like it's almost like how I view Silco from Arcane. I feel like he's one of my favorite villains that I've seen in a while. And in some cases, it can be argued that he's, you know, I mean, granted, you can't really not argue. I mean, in some ways, he's fighting for the Undercity, but he's not really, he's still doing crazy stuff that's kind of evil. So, I mean, you know, I think there can still be compelling villains in stories, that you can still be sympathetic towards their cause and like what they're doing and how they got where they are. There could still be a lot of morally gray stuff. I still think there are definitely sympathetic villains, and I think those actually are my favorite villains. But I also do agree that I think, in my opinion, there are villains where like they try to turn the villain good. That's where I have a problem with villains, which it can still happen. You can still have a villain character that turns good, but I feel like it happens too often now where we're trying to take villains and make them into good characters. Like, oh, well, they changed their ways and they're good now. And I'm like, no, not again. You know, we still want these villains that still stay as they are, but you can still like see the complexity of how they are as a character. You know what I mean? You can still appreciate it. And I also still like villains that are just flat out evil and you're not sympathetic towards them at all. I feel like there's like all different types of villains that I still like. But I think the main thing about villains I can't stand is that it seems like there's so many villains now that we're trying to like turn them good. And it's like, no, this is a villain. We need a villain. That's the whole purpose of the villain. So, you know, you can still have a story that has a villain that redeems themselves. It can still be compelling. But I feel like sometimes it's just, I feel like that's what waters it down. You know, the villains that turn good, or, you know, and obviously be sympathetic villains. I feel like they need to be very well constructed. You can't just be, you know, sympathetic to a villain for like no reason. But yeah, no. I think the best villains are very layered. I think morally gray villains, I feel like, are the best villains in my opinion, if they're done correctly. You know, obviously there's always a correct way to do things. I always believe that no matter what you write, whether if it's cliche or overly used, if you write it well, it'll work well. So yeah, I think very complex villains are my favorite. I feel like the ones where, because you feel very torn, right? Because you feel sympathetic to them in some way, but you're like, nah, man, like they're evil. You know, like what they're doing is bad, but you still can kind of like feel bad for them, you know, in like what happened to them versus like what's happening now, like in present day. So it's, yeah, I think, yeah, villains are always fun to write because there's so many different types of villains you can write. But please, let's at least have some villains that stay villains. Please, I beg. I just, you know, because like it's like we gotta have some villains that stay villains. All right, we have to, because you need a villain in a story. You need some type of adversary, you know. You need some type of adversary. So our evil villain will most likely, our evil sorceress will most likely stay evil, because, you know, then that defeats the whole purpose of her being an evil sorceress. But whether or not she's morally gray, that's yet to be seen, because I actually have not thought of her backstory too much yet. That has yet to be decided. But yeah, I enjoy all types of villains, because mostly if they stay a villain. There's my TED Talk. Whoops. What is this going off for? Thane donated and said, all I'm saying is there are some people, and I include myself, that would love to commission similar ideas like the evil sorceress. I'm up for it. All right, well, cool. Yeah, that is, yeah. If it's in the same vein as the evil sorceress, that's totally something that I can do. You know, so yeah, that should be fun. That should be very fun. Because it's actually, it is fun to voice like all different types of characters, whether they're evil or not. You know, it's like playing someone who's like completely not like you is always interesting. So yeah, for sure. Let's see. Oh wow, thank you so much for Dark the Spy Soldier. Thank you for your generous donation. So Dark the Spy Soldier said, oh, this is the Padawan. Okay, so our Padawan and the listener. So the Padawan says, walks in on the mechanic without their gloves and says, you have a metal hand? And the listener says, hurries and puts glove on. An accident happened a while back. And the Padawan says, I still love you as long as you're okay. Then I'm happy. Also, thanks for the upgrades. That'd be kind of crazy. I'd be actually really surprised. Like, you didn't tell me you had a cool metal hand? You didn't tell me about your cool hand? No wonder why when we high five, it freaking hurts. But yeah, no, that's really cool. That's really cool. Metal hand. But yeah, no, thank you so much, Dark the Spy Soldier. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I always thought that was really cool. I remember as a kid, like, seeing, like, how, like, Anakin had, like, like a metal prosthetic hand, and then so did, eventually, Luke does, too. So I always thought that was so, like, interesting. I was like, wow. So, would you look at that? We got another one. Oh, but no. Thank you so much, Dark the Spy Soldier. I hope you're having a marvelous day. Thank you, thank you. Ty donated and said, who's your favorite Hey Arnold character? Helga, for sure. It used to be Arnold, but I really like Helga's character. I feel like over the years I've really appreciated her character and like how actually kind of like sad her backstory is. Like she's just the poor kid. I mean, now granted she is mean to Arnold, but it's because she likes him, which I always thought was kind of weird. I was like, dude, why are you being so mean to him if you like him? But yeah, her backstory is actually pretty sad. You know, both her parents just really are not like attentive. They kind of just don't pay attention to her, and I was like, dang. So you know, she could be funny at times, you know, so I actually like Helga's character. I think she's my favorite. I haven't watched Hey Arnold in a while, but the first character that came to mind was Helga, so I'd have to say Helga. And it's just funny. She has a legit shrine, a watermelon shrine in her closet for Arnold. That is crazy. I always, when I was younger, I'm like, how is that watermelon not rotted? Like, how does she replace it every week? Like, is her parents just wondering where like this watermelon's going? Like, half a watermelon's always missing. Like, where is it going? Thane donated and said, also, I'm tired, so good night. Say hello to Mama Tori. I shall let her know you said hello. And you have a marvelous night, Thane. I hope you sleep well. Hope you sleep well. Ooh, my back. Oh, we have a donation from Neb. Hold up. Gotta check on Kofi. So Neb's... Oh, actually, nope. We actually have a few others before that. We got from Sheffy. Sheffy donated and said, heyo, just doing my weekly tribute. Hope all things are well. Aw, thank you, Sheffy. I'm not gonna lie, this week was a little bumpy, but I'm doing all right now. So thank you so much. I hope that you're having a lovely week too. Or at least I hope you're having a lovely day. Thank you for your weekly tribute. It is much appreciated. So thank you, thank you. Iron donated and said, I never understood I can fix them. Like the character just unalived a whole city and some people are just like, aw, they're just misunderstood and sad. Like, bro. Overall, I've just grown tired of the sympathetic villain. Also, the S in corpse is silent, so it's just corp. What's the S doing there? Like, what's it doing there? Like, what is it doing there? Can I just know? Like, why is it there? I never understood, like, randomly silent letters. Like, now I know, so now I won't say it that way, but it just feels kind of weird. Like, herbs, all right? There's an H there, all right? I'm gonna say herbs, because it looks like herbs. I don't know. But anyways, besides that point, yeah, I was never, like... Honestly, I think that I can fix them is more like a fantasy thing. It's like, oh, I can fix them, you know? Because, like, obviously in real life, you're not really gonna want to date a villain, but I feel like it's just, like... It's like a fantasy thing, you know, so like I guess I understand it to an extent, even though that's not like something I'm the biggest fan of personally, but yeah, it's definitely a fantasy thing, I hope. But yeah, no, I think in the like mid 2000s, right, like the 2010s or 2013s, kind of like 13s, but you know, the 20-teens, around that time, I think the sympathetic villain was becoming popular. least I think so, where like villains like were becoming like more than just like the Disney coded villain where they're just evil to be evil, you know what I mean? And I think that was really compelling for some people because it was like, oh, that's interesting, like there's more to this villain than just wanting to hurt people for no reason, just wanting to be evil, you know, the traditional Disney-esque, Disney Renaissance-esque, because now I feel like Disney villains are a lot different, but you know, the Renaissance Disney-esque villains, and you know, I think that was really cool for people. So I think that trend, while at the beginning was really interesting because it was a change of pace, has now become almost like a norm for villains. And now I think people are just craving, like, I think we need a mix. Like, I think it's nice for a mix, right? Like, we need villains who are just gosh darn villains. Then you can have villains who, you know, kind of, you know, have a redemption arc if you want. And then we can have villains who are kind of like morally gray and you can kind of be sympathetic, but you're like, yeah, I'm sorry this happened to you, dude, but you're kind of being evil, you know? So yeah, so I think we're missing the mix, you know? I feel like since it's a lot of like villains who are just like, oh, I'm just misunderstood, it's like, no, no more, you know? So I'm definitely kind of tired of it too. I think, which one was it? Was it in, it was Raya? I don't even remember that Disney movie, actually. We played it on 2x speed at some point. But like, there was like no villain, or the villain became good or something, and I was like, what? Or I don't even recall. All I know is I was like, what is going on? I was like, I hate this. So, but yeah, I think I'm missing the mix, you know? I'm missing the mix. I was trying not to yawn, but it happened anyways. 1 out of 3. Donation for Inept. 3-part donation. This is between Inept and the Goddess. Okay. So Inept says, Goddess, how tall are you? You're floating around with your long dress. It makes it hard to tell. Well, at this size, I'm a bit shorter than you. However, I can change my size. See? Now I'm the perfect size to be the big spoon, as you mortals call it. Why did you choose that size? Because I can feel your desire to be held in your heart. Oh, right. You know I can become even bigger. See? Now I'm big enough to hold you in my hand. Can I? Yes. It's adorable holding you like this. How do you feel, though? I'd be terrified if in anyone else's hands, but I feel safe in yours. It's quite relaxing. Good. I could feel your stress and anxiety earlier, and I'd do anything to relieve you of those burdens. You're too kind. Nonsense. My favorite mortal deserves the best. Which is very true. You are her favorite mortal. You know, there's definitely gonna be a time where there's like a, you know, family meeting or like a clan meeting or whatever you want to call it, all the followers of the Goddess of Light. There's gonna be a meeting and you're gonna have a lot of people hating you. They're like, oh yeah, there's them. She prefers them. They're the favorite. There's definitely gonna be some people who are mega salty of you. Definitely don't like you. Definitely jealous of you. Envious, very much so. So, she's probably gonna have to call like an actual meeting and be like, listen y'all, like I know things have taken a serious turn between me and listener, okay, I know, but I still love you all. I still am gonna take care of you all. I just have certain feelings for one versus everyone collectively, but that does not mean that you're not under my protection, that I still will not give you grace. You're still gonna be blessed. Everyone will be blessed the same. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like that meeting's coming up soon. I can definitely see that. Also, Neb donated and said, personally, my favorites are villains who become the villain for an understandable reason. Example, Magneto, Poison Ivy, and some recent versions of Megatron. Yeah, I don't know much about Magneto or Megatron. I do know some lore of, like, more recent versions of Poison Ivy. I do know that. But yeah, no, I think honestly, I'm a fan of so many different types of villain tropes. Like, there are villains who had redemption arcs that I've really enjoyed. And then there are villains who stayed villains, and I've like deeply, like, I've seen why they were the way that they were, and I can still sympathize with some of like the, you know, actual like that whole, I don't want to say wholesome, but like the actual like real like the humanity that's still in there somewhere. You know what I mean? I can still like sympathize with that. Obviously not with what they're doing, but like I can see how they're morally gray in some ways. And then I just like villains who are flat out evil because they just want to be evil. So yeah, but I will say I think complex villains, the ones where they stay a villain, but like I sympathize with them in some ways, or like I actually feel bad for them in some ways, are the ones I like the most, because it's very conflicting. You know, it's like, no, like I hate what you're doing. Why are you doing this? But then like I'm like, man, like I actually like you as a character a lot. Like I feel like I know why you're doing this, and so it's I feel like the really complex, morally gray villains I feel like are my favorites, I believe. But yeah. It's yeah, I mean it's I think that's why it's important to have a mix of villains, because I feel like it makes things much more diverse, much more compelling. Whoa, thank you so much again, Dark the Spy. Oh wait, was it Dark the Spy Soldier who did it last time too? Was it Dark the Spy Soldier? Yeah, Dark the Spy Soldier. Thank you so much again for the donation. Thank you so much for the very generous donation. He said, imagine every time Superwoman and Listener tried to be romantic, Superboy ruins it. Yeah, I can see that. Oh gosh, yeah, that's gonna be horrible. Superwoman says, sorry about that, honey. I didn't mean to break your favorite vase. It says kisses their cheek, and it says, my fiance. Superboy's like, gross. Oh, teenagers. Yeah, it's like, and the Listener's like, oh, teenagers. Yeah. Yeah, just like, yeah, even like, yeah, super hearing, man. That's gonna be a challenge. That's gonna suck. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And that's gonna be freaking horrendous. You're just trying to like, you know, just your Superwoman girlfriend, you know, and you know, she's just, your guys are hanging out, she's giving you some kisses, and you hear, oh, disgusting. Granted, the poor Superboy, I mean, like, that must really suck, right? Like, you're trying to get away from it, you're kind of grossed out because it's your cousin, you're like, I don't want to be around this, and you can't help but hear it very clearly. It must be a nightmare for both parties. Dang. That sucks. Man, if we end up ever doing continuation of Superwoman and we bring Superboy into it, you know, and like you get introduced to the cousin for a little bit, I definitely want, like, in the middle of the audio, maybe I can get Icy to do something again in the middle of the audio, where like she kisses you or something and you hear in the background like muffled, you're gross. I love that, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, Dark the Spy Soldier donated again and said, I somewhat like villains who turn into anti-heroes. Like, they still do bad things, but the greater good of people, like Red Hood, or like the heroes that turned anti-hero. Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I really, as long as they are written well, I honestly will enjoy it. I really can't say, like, because I think right now we have a lot of sympathetic villains, which is why people are getting tired of it, but I think it's because they're so badly written. If you want a sympathetic villain, right, like, then write it well. If you want a villain that has a redemption arc, write it well. As long as it's written well, I will enjoy it. So, you know, I do like Red Hood. I do like his character that's been portrayed in the, you know, our lovely Batman family. So, yeah, I think you know, there's, yeah, I enjoy a good anti-hero too. So, I do enjoy a mix while still favoring morally gray ones. Deb donated and said, Zuko arc will always be peak. It was very peak, because why? It was well written! It was well written, and it took time! So, yeah, I do agree. I do very much agree. I do agree. I do declare. I do agree. Oh, my back. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. The chat flew up really fast. Where'd I leave off? Oh, no. I think the Zuko arc was peak was the last one I read. Okay. Bobby donated and said, Dunning and Tori, some of the villains I've written, I based off of people I know. One of them, right now, I'm taking based off of one of the Yeats. Hope they feel honored. What? I'm assuming it's like, how do you go about doing that? Do you just take like little bits of their personality and like see like what they would be like if they were a villain? Because hopefully we don't have a super evil person in our Discord right now. But yeah, that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming you're taking like bits of them and being like, okay, like if they were a villain, like how would this operate? So interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Neb donated, said people are the real villains, JK. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? The guy donated and said, although I saw the Amanda show on Netflix and got excited, I feel so old. Yeah, I remember like, I think Drake and Josh was on Netflix for a while. It might still be on there, actually. I saw Drake and Josh and I was like, my gosh, I feel so ancient. You know, or like, I think the anniversary of Oran High School Host Club became like 20 years old a few days ago or something. And I was like, what? Oh, man. Holy crap. That is crazy. Freaking dust. Freaking dust in the wind. Parker Green donated and said, he's finally back, and about time too. And this time, he's in the mood. This is probably a quote from something, and my brain is so tired I can't think of it right now. What is that from? What is... Oh, okay, no wonder why I don't know it. This is from Donkey Kong? Donkey Kong rap? It's a Donkey Kong rap. Okay, yeah, I definitely would not know. The way it was said, I'm like, these are definitely lyrics. This is definitely something that I don't know, but it is a reference to something, so... Alright, Donkey Kong lyrics. The more you know. I was unaware. Mitch donated and said, this week's been good to me, I'd say. Was at the boss's funeral. Oh my gosh. I'm assuming this is going to be a joke, but let's hope it's a joke. Was at the boss's funeral the other day, and I just knelt at the casket saying, who's thinking outside the box now? Oh my gosh. That's like something that would be on The Office. Or something. Oh my gosh. That's... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That needs to be on some kind of dark comedy show or something. That's funny. Anyways. Well, I'm glad you had a good week, Mitch. Bobby donated and said, or anti-villains, where they are clearly evil but have a valid point. Amos Slade with the fox and his chickens, and Neil from Santa Claus, a therapist who doesn't believe in Santa. I honestly, yeah, I mean, as I said, like, I honestly particularly don't hate any like villain tropes, you know, because I feel like villains come in all different, like, I feel like there can't be one type of villain, right? Like, there's just so many different types. And I think that's why it's good to have all different types of villains. Like, let's have a variety. There's too much of it. It's just kind of gets a little bit repetitive. But also, it just needs to be well written. Just at the baseline. So, yeah, I mean, I enjoy some anti-heroes. It just, you know, just depends if it's written well. And then I'll like it. I think that's literally all it boils down to, is that you really got to nail down the backstory, and you got to nail down the personality traits and, you know, the plotline events that lead them to doing, like, certain things. It's just, you know, it takes effort. It takes a lot of effort. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, "Hi, Tori. Sorry I'm late. I've just come back from the Ocean Inn concert with David Attenborough in London. It shows how much destruction overfishing has done and how fast the seas can revert by protection." Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of documentaries on the ocean and like how like we really need to do a lot of restoration. But no, I'm glad you enjoyed the concert, and you know, it's yeah, definitely, I'm glad it's spreading the word about helping our environment, because we definitely need it, that is for sure. Like our coral reefs, good God, I could go on forever about that, but so, but yeah, no, I'm glad you enjoyed the show, and I'm glad it's been very informative. I'm very good to hear, and no need to be sorry for being late. I am glad you just came regardless, so thank you for coming. Garrick Anderson donated and said, "Tomorrow is the big day. Are you gonna binge watch your favorite shows on Tubi?" Oh yeah, you're right. It's coming to Tubi. I know I am always love traveling down. I always love traveling down memory lane. Yeah. Sadly, my Tubi app has not been working the past couple days. It's just like has not been opening. Even I'll restart the PlayStation and everything. It's still not working. So that's been a bit annoying and concerning. So, yeah, I'm gonna try again, because yeah, there's a lot. If anyone doesn't know, if anyone is like paying for a lot of streaming services because they're trying to find something good to watch, and you're like, man, I'm not getting enough out of this Tubi, which is a free streaming app. It's getting tons of free cartoons from like the early 2000s and 90s and all that good stuff. Like, you know, we're getting a lot of cartoons. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. So it's all for free. Get the Tubi app. It's all happening tomorrow. A little PSA for you all. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, "I wish I could take you out on a date by taking you to this concert. I thought you might like it since you have a thing with water." Yeah, no, I love the environment. I love our oceans. I actually was considering being a marine biologist or a biologist at one point when I was trying to figure out my career, but I knew that, you know, I don't live near the, you know, where like dolphins are, the tropics, you know, and I am very susceptible to heat, so it's not like I can move to Florida. So, yeah, that did not become of anything. But yeah, I do love, you know, I do love all that stuff. So, yeah, I'd love to go to one of those. Whoa! Dark the Spy Soldier! Oh my gosh! You've been way too generous today. Holy smokes! Thank you so much. Dark the Spy Soldier donated and said, "Imagine a Batwoman GF I'd enjoy." Okay, so Batwoman. So Batwoman says, "I'm dating a thief." And then listener says, "In their thief suit. You're supposed to be the detective, the world's greatest one, and the greatest one." Oh, sorry. Let me tell that again. "You're supposed to be a detective, the world's greatest detective at that. How are you just realizing this?" "You help me, though. So aren't you on both sides?" "Dear, I'm freelance." I like that. That's funny. I'm freelance. I just do whatever job comes along, you know? I feel like that's very Black Cat-esque, you know? Like for the Spider-Girl series, and how like she had like a small little thing going on with Black Cat that really was never like official in her past. Like, you know, he was freelance, so she was like, "Oh, maybe maybe he'll be good." It's like, no, I'm just freelance. It's like, all right. Okay, well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that no more. That's funny. But no, thank you so much, Dark Spy Soldier. That was very generous of you. I really appreciate it. I will be sure it goes to good use. So thank you very much. And thank you for the the funny line. I actually like that. That's actually pretty funny. Maybe I'll use that sometime if we ever have like another morally gray character roleplay. We'll have her say that she just does freelance. That's really good. So again, thank you so much. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Ooh, we have a few Kofis. Hold on. We got a few Kofis to go through. Iron donated, said, sorry, corpse or corp is pronounced as corp. Okay, so now the P and the S are silent? Okay. Okay. Like, did we come up with that word, or okay, I actually have to know. Is that a word that we took from a different language? Because if we came up with that, I'm assuming it is, because why else would the P and S be silent? But if it's not, like, what are, why? Why? Are P and S silent? Is this something? Is this like a thing? Is this a thing in another language? I can't. I see the word. I see the P and the S at the end. It's like, how do I not say corpse? Like, how? Like, my brain just, it refuses. Just, why? This, that's what I think that's my pet peeve. That's my pet peeve about language, when there's silent letters that don't make any sense. Like, why are you there? To this, I will never like it. I will always hate it. It's just something I just can't. Anyways, he also said, also to add to the villain conversation, to put it simply, what happened then doesn't justify what's happening now. Well, yeah, absolutely. It's not, I think you can still be sympathetic to a villain by like how you can still feel sad and like, oh dang, like that's how they became the way that they were. But obviously it doesn't justify what they're doing. You know, I think that's the villains I like the most, because you can still be sympathetic to like how they became who they were, but it also doesn't justify what they're doing. And that's why I like those characters so much, because it feels very conflicting, because you're like, I hate you, but I feel sorry for you, you know? And it's, you know, and then you see parts of them that are good, but it doesn't outweigh what they're doing, you know? And it makes it very gray-ish at some points. So yeah, no, I agree with that. It's Latin. I hate Latin. I don't care. I can't. It's like, that's like some, yeah. Okay, but okay, I need it to be explained to me, because I see Kokri's making a point, like, oh, well, some way people can't pronounce Kate, and obviously there's an I in there that's silent, but it's making the A say its name. Like, my brain is saying, okay, the A is saying its name because of the I, but like for core or corpse, like, do the P and S, does the S make the P not say its name? I just need a rule, okay? If I can just justify it, like if I can have a rule in my head that's like, okay, Kotori, the S, its job is to make the P be silent. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, my brain can rationalize that. But if it's like, oh no, it's just there, to be there, I'll be like, for what reason? Like, is the P and S like have like a function? Is the P making the S not say its name? It's like, no, it's just there. I'll be like, okay. Why? Why is it like this? Yeah, I don't know. I just need a rule. If I can just be given a rule, just a reason. Yeah, you know what? I hate that. I hate that too. Arkansas. Like, what is going on with that? What is going on with that? The only reason it's drilled into my head is because back in, like, I don't know, was it like the 5th grade? We had to learn all 50 states, their capitals, their trees, their state trees, and something else. It was crazy. So that's how my brain was made to pronounce that correctly, because of 5th grade. But yeah, no, I just, you know. Oh yeah, no, I would have hated that in marine biology. Honestly, I probably would have stuck it to the man and mispronounced everything. I would have been like, you know what? I'm just gonna be the first marine biologist that's just gonna be pronouncing every single letter. I don't care. I'll throw people a curveball. You know, you gotta be unique in some ways. But anyways, let us see. Inept donated. This is between Evil Sorceress and Inept. So the Evil Sorceress says, I should have gotten rid of you. You've destroyed my productivity. And Inept says, it's not my fault, it's freezing in here, and you're a fireplace. I can get you warmer clothes. No, I prefer cuddles.
This is just a coy trick to stop my evil schemes, isn't it? No. It's like, no. No. I just like sitting in your lap. That's just all. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Just one. I just like sitting in your lap. That's all I'm saying. Putting a snag in your plans has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now. Piglor donated and said, happy to say I fully overcome my arachnophobia. Okay, arachnophobia. And am the proud pet dad of 2 tarantulas. Oh, congratulations! I do like, yeah, spiders can be cute. So I'm glad you overcame your fear and you have nice 2 little tarantulas, or big tarantulas. It says, can Spider GF and Calamity congratulate me and my 2 little buddies? Of course! There were 2 little buddies. I love that. I love that so much. Anyways, so we have Spider Girl, so Spider Girl would probably be like, hey bro, I'm glad you're part of the team now. And congrats on having 2 little buddies. I really like that guy. I think he's a real keeper. And then Calamity would probably be like, I see you finally found your way to the Cool Kids Club. And I do enjoy your 2 specimen. They look quite intriguing. They're very fuzzy. Maybe we can all hang out sometime. I feel like Calamity would like hang out with spiders. She'd probably like try to talk to them or something. But yeah, no, dude, congrats. That's awesome. Congratulations. Big W, big W. Where are we not? Where are we not? I meant to say, where are we now? I don't know what's going on. My brain was like on autopilot and just picked a word. Okay, I think the last one I read was from Dark the Spy Soldier, so here it is. That was the freelance line. And Mitch donated and said, one of the biggest ironies in life for me is that whenever I drink alcohol, I'm an alcoholic. But when I drink Fanta, no one calls me fantastic. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what, Mitch? You're fantastic. Everybody's fantastic. Everybody deserves to be called fantastic. You're fantastic, my dude. And when you drink Fanta, you're fantastic. Ty donated and said, I once bought a wooden car, wooden engine, wooden doors, wooden wheels, wooden seats. I put the wooden key in the wooden ignition, wooden start. Oh my gosh. I was wondering where this was going. I'm like, this is a lot of wooden stuff. Like, where is this leading to, you know? Wouldn't start. The gosh thing wouldn't start. Oh my gosh. Bobby donated and said, it's the Marines. You should not be surprised. Quoting my dad's breakfast buddy. I mean, honestly, and in that point, like, if you're a part of the Marines, you're kind of just not supposed to ask questions. You just kind of do as you're told, I'm assuming. So, I can't, yeah. You know, if they tell you it's core, you're gonna say core. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? But yeah, I guess, yeah, you gotta be prepared for all the different kinds of surprises if you're in the Marines, or I guess anywhere in the military field. Oh my goodness, Dark the Spy Soldier. Holy smokes, dude. Thank you so much. Dude, you're being far too generous today. But he said, I'm happy to be generous. Oh, thank you. I got paid and already bought everything I need and want, so why not be generous? You're amazing and deserve all the generosity in the world. Aw, thank you. That's really sweet of you, Dark the Spy Soldier. Thank you so much. Also, I liked the Batwoman thief. I liked the Batwoman thief, your name, and listener. And listener helps Batwoman use freelance as an excuse. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Batwoman is also a vigilante herself. I mean, obviously, she's a bit less probably morally gray than the listener in this case.
But yeah, that'd be interesting to see. Kind of like, that's like the Batwoman, that's Batman, I guess, in this case, like how Batman and Catwoman kind of got together in like some versions of the comic. You know, Catwoman's kind of like freelance, she kind of does what she wants. So this would be like the complete opposite of that. It would be like the, you know, our lovely other, you know, listener who is a bit cat inspired, who's a bit of a freelancer. And you got Batwoman, who's like, I don't know, but you win her heart anyways. Again, Dark Spy Soldier, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. I appreciate that, you know, you know, you felt like being generous today, and, you know, I appreciate that you enjoy my work. So, yeah, maybe, I know I've considered doing, because we have, like, Spider-Girl and we have Superwoman, so, like, I have considered doing a Batwoman-inspired one. Granted, there already is a Batwoman. Like, I a few years ago, I learned that there was a Batwoman. I was unaware of that. She has red hair, doesn't she? Like, really, like, red hair. I suppose we could do our own version of Batwoman, in a way. Because, like, I want it to be, like, Batman, but female. Like, that's, like... But, like, saying gender-bent Batman in the title isn't as eye-catching as Batwoman. So, I'm trying to, like... Maybe I'll just have to do DCAU in the title. Like, that's what I did with, like, the other ones. I put AU so people didn't, like, get confused. But yeah, I'd like to do a Batwoman, like a Batman, like, gender-bent, like, a female version of Batman. I think it'd be kind of fun. So, Interesting. Yeah, again, thank you so much, Dark the Spy Soldier. I hope you're having a marvelous day. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Iron Piedmont donated and said, in regards to Kansas and Arkansas pronunciations, Kansas is named after the Kansas tribe, while Arkansas is the French interpretation of the, is it Quapasu? I know it's Sioux. Quapasu, pronounced Sioux. Yeah, I do know that. I had to take an American Studies class, so I know that's Sioux. The word, okay, so it's from the different language. Okay, so that's why Arkansas. Okay, so like Arkansas is from like French, and it's a French interpretation of a Sioux tribe or a name. So that's interesting. Okay, essentially you have our Native American friends to thank for those names. I mean, hey, it's a different language, so that's something else. That's something else. Even though Latin does drive me crazy. Yeah, I mean, I've seen, like, you know, with some of the classes I've taken, I've seen my fair share of names. I had no idea how to pronounce it. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know, man. What is going on? I lost my place. Stop it. Stop moving. Oh, Dark the Spy Soldier donated again and said, someone said they think I robbed a bank. No. LOL. I work in retail, and so, like, side jobs on the side, like lawn mowing and stuff. Oh my goodness, so you're a hard worker, man. You're on the grind. My goodness. Man, dude, I commend you, man. That's a lot. You're probably a busy bee. You're doing a lot of work. So I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. I hope you're having a good break, or at least you get some good breaks in there so you're able to rest. That's a lot of work. That's retail plus, like, you know, like some, you know, freelance or freelance side jobs of, like, lawn mowing. That's a lot of work. So I hope you're resting up. Hope you're resting up. And thank you so much. Bobby donated and said, I figure shoot this idea for March, since anxiety and depression goes up during this month. Maybe anxiety comfort or depression comfort? Thank you, Psych 101, for that fact. Well, yeah, thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, I mean, right now, I'm just trying to, you know, just figure out, like, what I think would, you know, work out best. But yeah, you know, I'm always open for suggestions, so thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, I just make my own universe. It's the whole point of the Wholesome verse. Yeah, it's been kind of fun to like make things up, and like especially like if we decide to connect certain stories to one another, I always find that really fun. Like I know we've actually alluded, I believe, in the Superwoman audios that like she knows like she like, you know, she's like in contact with other heroes, you know, which I alluded it to being more along the lines of being Batwoman, you know, someone who's very serious and like kind of monotone-ish. So that's fun. Or like even like the D&D gals, you know, we've always alluded like, you know, like what was it? Like our healer and obviously the very flirty vampire are connected because I think they've been in audios together. Or and then you know, I think, you know, like I think like it's just been, you know, I think they're like all connected in like certain ways by like mentioning like certain events or other people. So I always find that really fun. It's always fun to connect universes in ways. Calamity is the best symbiote. I actually like making her. I really enjoyed Venom and how he was very like spontaneous and like he was just like very almost like gosh, I can't think of the word, but it's like it's not spontaneous, but like it's like, oh my gosh, can't think of the word. It's like my brain's like skipping over it. It's like a record player or something that's just skipping over a word. But you know, like he doesn't really think. He just does what he wants. He's just kind of doing it. He's not trying to be mean. He's just kind of just doing stuff that makes him happy. He's just doing whatever, you know? And I thought like, you know, it'd be fun to make a character like that, like in being like inspired by Venom, like almost like a female version of Venom, which really in essence isn't much different. But I thought instead of, you know, I thought it would be like more like of a, almost like from the get-go, more of like a friendship-ish thing with our Spider Girl and like becoming more buddies with the listener, almost like becoming like a friend group, which would be really interesting, you know. And so obviously she still, you know, doesn't mind biting heads off people and wants to, and Spider Girl has to keep that in check, you know. But you know, you gotta, you know, gotta keep her on the leash a little bit. But I feel like, you know, I like the interpretation that we've done of Calamity. I feel like it's really cute. I feel like she's, yeah. I feel like her and Venom would be good friends. Dark the Spy Soldier donated and said, fun fact, Black Cat has a superpower called probability manipulation, aka bad luck aura. If she wants someone's weapon to jam, but sometimes it backfires on her teammates, like web shooters can jam. Black Cat has a superpower called probability manipulation. Okay, so yeah, so like she just like gives them like a bad probability, like the probability is not in their favor. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I like that. Interesting. Man Loco, I believe that's how it's pronounced, donated and said, my ex-GF hated that I singed I believe all the time. At first I thought she was kidding, but then I saw her face. Oh no. She didn't like you singing I believe? Which, gosh, I try to remember what that is. Hold on. I don't know if I've... Remember, I don't really listen to a lot of music. I'm pretty bad at it. I believe... Oh yeah, I've never heard of this song before. I just looked it up. But yeah, no, that's kind of sad. I'm sorry. Dang. I'm sorry, dude. You should sing to your heart's content. Sing to your heart's content. Mr. Friends donated and said, why do people sigh through their lips like a horse? I don't know. You just sigh. The air has to go somewhere. Oh wait, it was a joke, Man Loco? What's the joke? Sorry, I've never heard of the song, so I wasn't sure. Since I've never heard of the song, that's probably why I didn't get it. Unless it's a play on words. Let me double check that again. I believe all the time. But then I saw her face. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. But yeah, Mr. Friends, I don't know if that's a joke either, but I'm just assuming the air has to go somewhere, so I usually do. Oh, like a horse. When you like, I mean that. I think it's more just like, you know, when you say, I think it's kind of just like, almost like, I don't know, I think it just makes you feel a little bit better when you're annoyed. Or like, when you're exasperated, you know, you're just kind of like, you know, just, you're kind of just, I don't know, I think it does something. Maybe it's just satisfying. Maybe you're just like so annoyed, or like you're just so exasperated, you're like, you need to do something other than just doing the normal, like, you know? So, that's that, yeah. I guess it's just like a, you know, depending on what you prefer at the time. Mr. Wanapon donated and said, "Oh, Tori, guess what I had yesterday?" I don't know. What did you have yesterday? And he said, "Yesterday I had a mentorship with the creator of series called Kapapa, The World of Turtles, and I think this mentorship is going to be worth it." Well, that's cool. That's awesome. You're having a mentorship? That's really cool, dude. I hope it works out well. It's always, you know, those are really good opportunities, so I definitely wish you the best. I hope it all goes very good. Very, very good. Dark the Spy Soldier donated and said, oh, this is Batwoman. Okay, so Batwoman is interrogating a henchman, and she says, "Tell me where the Joker is, or I'll hurt you." And Listener said, "No, dear." Holds out claws to henchman. "Tell my GF what she wants to know, or I'll scratch you and rob you blind." And Batwoman's like, "Honey, no." She's like, "Gosh dang it." She's like, "I'm gonna have to keep you on a leash, man. Like, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that to people. Okay? We have a code." I gotta stretch up my back. Oh, I'm feeling that. Bobby donated and said, "Mine's saying something nice to Neb as Neko. Figure I get it while I can." Oh no, I gotta come up with this at the top of my head. Alright, I gotta think. I wanna say it. I don't wanna stutter, so we're gonna try to do this as smooth as we can. So, you said Neko, right? Let me make sure. Something nice to Neb as Neko.
You know, Neb, I think you gotta be one of the sweetest people I've ever met. I mean, isn't he just so nice? Isn't he just nice, everybody? I just think he's really nice. Plus, he said that I can pay for rent with cuddles, which I think is pretty awesome. So, you know, I just think I'm just gonna hug him all the time and just hold him all the time because I can. And, you know, he's really comfy and soft and he's warm. And so, yeah, Neb's really nice.
I feel like Neko would just like ramble on and on.
You know, and, you know, he watches a lot of Seinfeld, and it's always in the background, and he makes a lot of funny faces, and...
Yeah, I feel like that's what Neko would do. Oh, the song "I'm a Believer," and then I saw her face. Okay. Sorry, when you said, I think you said the song was, "I Believe." Okay, that's why I got, so I'm a believer. Okay, I get it now. I just saw that in chat. Oh yeah, Natasha even said, the song is "I'm a Believer" from, okay. So when he said "I Believe," I looked up the song "I Believe," and it's not the song, so okay, that makes a lot more sense. "I'm a Believer" from Shrek. Yeah, and then I saw her face, bum, 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 and I'm a believer. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. I completely understand now. Thank you. And also, Natasha, thank you for being a member for 40 months. I appreciate that. No, I didn't forget the song. I just, when it said, like, the song "I Believe," I was like, oh, okay. So I looked up you know, I believe. And I was like, I don't know this. I was like, oh, I never listened to this song before. So, but yeah, I do know I'm a believer. I do. I mean, that's like a classic. Even me, as someone who does not listen to music at all, I have seen my fair share of Shrek. Very, very much so. Oh, we do have a few more. Oh, we have a donation from Neb. It says, oh, it's between Neko and Bobby. Neko says,
What is that on your uniform, soldier?
Bobby says, it's a pledge pin.
A pledge pin? On your uniform?
Says, not sure if you'd get the reference, but if you know, you know. I don't know. I don't know. The only thing, I don't know why, because I was just thinking of Seinfeld right now because I mentioned it, talking about Neb. But I just remember, I watched the episode recently where Kramer would not take the pin for the, I forgot what it was, but it was like a fundraiser walk. And he wouldn't take the pin. Like, you have to take the pin. And he would not take the pin. And, yeah. That's why, yeah, I don't know if I know this reference, actually. But I can see Neko getting mad. You know, she'd be like, what you doing? The uniform must be pristine. But anywho. Iron donated and said, can you have Celeste say this? Okay. Celeste says, what matters is that you are working hard and making the people and making the people you care about happy. And you have most certainly made me happy, my beautiful man. Now come on, you deserve some cuddling. And there you go, there's Celeste. Yeah, it's all that matters, just doing your best and making yours that you care about happy. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Dark the Spy Soldier. My goodness. You're being so generous today, man. Thank you so much. But anywho, let's see. He said, it's Batwoman again. Alright, I'll do this best I can. I'm assuming this is between Batwoman and then the vigilante or like freelancer listener. So Batwoman says, how'd you find out my identity? And the listener says, you're the richest woman in Gotham. It's kind of obvious. Also, I don't think Robin or your butler likes me. Or likes me? Yeah, I wonder why they don't. Don't say it. Could be because I'm a freelancer. Oh, could be because that I'm in freelance. And she's just like, yeah, I'm assuming it has a lot to do with what you do for freelance, if I had to guess. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. But yeah, that'd be a cute, you know, like, that'd be like a cute, you know, like, you know, banter, you know. But no, thank you so much, Dark the Spy Soldier. Again, thank you so much. Thank you. And, yeah, no, I think that's a really cute idea. I actually think that's cute. I like that. Mr. Friends donated and said, they do a lot of work, it just sounds funny. Wait, they do a lot of it work, it just sounds funny. Hold on, maybe this is referencing what you said before? What did you say before? Oh, okay, so like when you sigh like a horse, that was what you meant. You know, yeah. So they do it a lot at your work. It sounds funny. Yeah, I don't know. I've done it quite a few times. Like if I just like sit on the couch and I just like had a long day, I'm just like, you know, I just like, it's kind of just like, I think it's because you're relaxing your face. Because usually when you sigh, you have to open your mouth, right? You're like, you have to like open your mouth. And even though it's not like a lot of effort, right? But I feel like when you're just so exasperated and you're like, ugh, you know, your face is relaxed. And so your mouth is closed, and so that's why it does that. That's my best guess. Like, subconsciously why that happens. But, yeah, it probably does sound kind of funny if you keep on hearing in your office. I can imagine that does sound kind of funny. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Oh, we have a Kofi. Because the Cyberman, this is between Spider-Girl and Spider Tori, and Cyberman, I think. Yeah, I was trying to look to see, like, I was looking for the colons to see, like, what name was there. Okay, so Spider Girl and Cyberman. Okay, Spider Girl says, "Cy, tell me you paid the rent this month. I'm too tired to patrol. Oh, I'm too tired from patrol." Cy says, "Yes, but you owe me $300. Now here, guess what today is?" And Spider Girl says, "What is it?" He says, "It's movie night." And Spider Girl says, "Sweet, what's the movie?" Cy says, "It's Love with a Chibi." What? Spider Girl says, "Really? Oh, really? You just want to cuddle, right?" And Cyberman said, "Yup." Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard the movie. It's Love with the Chibi. It sounds like a new anime adaptation. It's Love with Chibi in a dungeon. Oh, thank you for the rose, Cyberman. Thank you. Much appreciated. Ooh, my back. Gosh. I'm like, what's it called? Like freaking Rice Krispie treats over here. I'm like popping. Actually, that's just Rice Krispies, not Rice Krispie treats. I mean, I guess they still kind of crack when you eat them. Maybe I am a Rice Krispie treat. It's not like little nice gentle pops. It's like a freaking crack. It's like an avalanche. Dark the Spy Soldier donated and said, "This might be my last one, and don't worry, I'm comfortable sharing this, but I want to say you're my comfort ASMR artist. I have ADHD and autism. I'm often mistreated for it at work." Oh no, I'm sorry. Says, "I come home and listen to your audios and then I smile." Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I'm glad you're comfortable sharing that, and I'm glad that, you know, my audios have brought you comfort, especially when people have been, you know, mean to you for basically no reason. So yeah, I'm sorry that they mistreat you at work, you know, just for, I mean, a lot of people have, you know, I mean, I know autism is a spectrum. There's all different type, you know, like different, like, you know, levels of it. But, yeah, for, you know, just for having ADHD and autism, like, that's no reason to be mean to anyone or mistreated at all. So I'm sorry that you're treated like that at work. But as I said, I'm glad that, you know, I've been able to bring some comfort to your day. So thank you for sharing that. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, Dark the Spy Soldier, because, you know, by the looks of it, you're a busy bee. You work a lot. You said you work in retail and you're doing stuff on the side. So, you know, you deserve a day of rest. So I, again, really appreciate it. And I hope you're having a lovely day. So yeah. You deserve all the best, Dark Spy Soldier. I hope they stop doing that, or I'm gonna have to find their address. Anyways, yeah, thank you. Ty Marshall donated. Oh, well, I haven't said Ty Marshall in a long time. Ty donated and said, "If you want to play a great horror game, play Resident Evil 9. Jason came out yesterday." Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Resident Evil before. I know the one where there's the big woman. You know, that was that 7 or 8? I can't recall. But yeah, Resident Evil. Quite a game. Has some good graphics. Sly Coop donated and said, "Are you playing on a Batwoman audio?" I wasn't planning on it, but I don't know. But he's Dark the Spy Soldier's making some pretty valid points here. So, you know, maybe she will come to be at some point, because I think it is a really cute scenario. I think it'd be interesting. And, yeah, so yeah, you never know. She might be coming along. Bobby donated and said, "Could you have Neko read this?" I sure can. It says, Bobby, this list is huge, but I'm sure you'll get through that movie list. I'm sure you'll be fine." So seriously, I posted on the Discord, it's huge. You know what, I've heard people having movie lists. I actually don't have a movie list, surprisingly. I don't really have a list. But, yeah, I know that a lot of people have, like, lists of movies. Oh, is it a wheel? That is a pretty big wheel, my dude. That is a pretty big wheel. But I guess it's a cool way to do it. You kind of spin the wheel and see what you're gonna watch next. So that's a pretty productive way of doing it. And I think I got everybody's stuff. Well, any whoosies. Since we have reached around 8 o'clock, this is usually for when we end the stream. Also, thank you, Cyberman, for the rose. I don't know if I missed that, but thank you for the rose. So we usually end around 8 o'clock in case you're new. And also, if you're new, at the end of my streams, somehow this has become a tradition. My mother likes to come down and say hello to everyone. So she's here to say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see you here all tonight. And I see all these people in the chat talking about depression and anxiety and autism and all that. And I too have anxiety. I am a very anxious person. So it's hard sometimes to get through life. But when you have people around you that are surrounding you, that are supportive and helpful and loving and kind, it really does help, doesn't it? Like you know, you guys are, I see a lot of people in the chat saying how much Tori has made them feel calm or help them through things. And you know what? She helps me too. So I'm right there with you. I do have a new video out for you guys tomorrow. You can check out my channel. I'm sort of doing a little series right now. So if you want to check it out, Mr. Smee has been very grateful enough to put my my link to my Mama's Lights channel in the chat there. So check it out and let me know what you think of my video tomorrow. Don't be afraid to leave me a comment. I answer everybody who comments to me.
Nep, thank you so much for the rose. Thank you. And, oh, Bobby donated and said, "Hi, Mama Tori, hope you're feeling better. And you'll be happy to know, keeping Lent giving up as well. So I'm assuming you're keeping up with your Lenten promise, as well as my New Year's resolution. Let's go."
Whoa, very good. So that's great. You're doing your Lenten promise and you're still working on your New Year's resolution now. I give you kudos for that. Hey, I saw somebody in the chat say something about monkeys. That's all I saw is monkeys. You talking about the singing group, the Monkeys, who also had a television show back in like the 70s?
I don't know.
Because that was so funny. I love the Monkeys. I really
Ty
do.
said that'd be Resident Evil 8. Oh, yeah, okay. Got you. The big lady was from Resident Evil 8. Gotcha.
And as far as movie lists, I'm curious. What does that mean? Are those movies that you have seen before that you want other people to see? Is that what the movie list is?
No, it's his own personal movie list. Probably like ones he wants to watch.
Oh, ones he wants to watch.
Yeah, like
Okay.
usually like when you say like, oh, I have a list of movies, like it's usually like ones you want to get to that you haven't watched yet.
Oh, okay. Hey, we're the Monkeys. Yeah, Bobby knows what I'm talking about.
Like, okay. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to. I think we got pretty much everything. I think the only announcement that I had was just that we're changing the schedule a bit. I think, as I really think about it, I might keep Tuesdays to being Tuesdays. But I do think I'm gonna try to switch Fridays to Saturday uploads. We're still gonna have streams the same time, same date. That's not changing. But we're gonna switch around the upload date for Saturday's video, which will be a bit more like a little bit after like noon. You know, noonish, a little bit after then. So maybe I will make another update announcement and say that we're keeping Tuesdays because as I really think about it over the past day or so, I think that should generally probably stay the same. But I'll probably switch Friday to Saturdays. So, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. I know we've talked before about having like gaming streams. I don't know if I'm having that next week yet. It just kind of depends on how like the week goes. This week has had some bumps in the road, which have been a bit exhausting. So, you know, I was just going on autopilot and having a nice kind of chill stream. But, you know, if next week runs pretty smooth, I'll make an announcement beforehand if we're going to do any gaming or anything like that, so everyone's aware. And also, Bobby donated and said, it's something I do on my server, Mama Tori. It's over 100 now.
Oh, your movies? Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And, oh, thank you, Ty. Thank you for the heart. I appreciate
that's so
it.
Cute, Ty.
Thank you. Parker Green donated and said, favorite fictional Martians. Well, Miss Martian from Young Justice. She's my favorite.
What about the little Martian guy from Looney Tunes?
No, I'm a Martian. Yeah, he's cute too. But I think Miss Martian
or what about the Martian girl from Guardians of the Galaxy?
I don't know if she's my favorite. I mean, granted, McGann, I liked her more in like the earlier seasons of Young Justice versus the later seasons of Young Justice, so I don't know. Can I say my favorite Martian's Harry from Resident Alien?
Oh, yeah. If you guys have not watched Resident Alien, you know what? I agree with you, Tori.
I think
she's absolutely right. That is my favorite Martian.
He's just a little cutie. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, that show's hilarious.
I mean that dude is probably way taller than me, and he's an alien who could probably absolutely obliterate me from existence. But he's just a little cutie. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you have to watch Resident Alien if you haven't watched it. It is hilarious. Hilarious.
So yeah, that's probably my answer if he counts. If he counts, I'll pick Harry.
Yes, he
from Resident
counts.
Alien.
He's an alien.
Yeah, well, I said Martian. I didn't know if it was like Mars, like you know Mars.
Oh.
So that's what I was thinking.
That does make a difference then.
I don't know. But I also did like hold on, is he literally called the Martian? Is he just Martian Man? Oh, he's Manhunter, isn't he? Manhunter. I knew his name was something else because I knew like McGann. He was like her uncle, right? But yeah, maybe if that doesn't count, then I would say Manhunter is my favorite Martian because I remember watching him in Justice League and I kind of liked his storyline. So I'll say Manhunter if Harry doesn't count. But anywho, Neb donated and said, "Yay, I love Resident Alien."
Yeah, you know, Neb.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever watched Arrested Development, which is another really great, funny sitcom.
Yeah, it's a good show.
But he played the pastor. He played Anne's father, who was the pastor of a church. So what a difference in role acting.
Yeah.
To be playing this pastor of a church and then to play the crazy alien that he is. It's just great.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and, having a fun time and for y'all saying all your nice, kind words is much appreciated. And, yeah, I think that's about it. I think I'll just make a small announcement tomorrow just saying that most likely I'll be keeping the uploads on Tuesdays just because when I really think about it, I can probably keep that the same. But I probably will be switching Fridays to Saturdays. And then we'll be trying that out for maybe a week or two to see how it works out, and then if it doesn't work out for me, we can go back to the regularly scheduled program. But yes.
Yeah. And next week we're going to be in March, which is my birthday month.
That is true. It is your birth month.
Yes, it's going to be my birthday month.
Mr. Wanapan donated and said goodbye. Good night, Tori and Mama Tori. I will see you next time. Big hugs.
Good night, Mr. Wanapan. Big hugs back to you.
And, alright, yeah, well, good night, everybody. I will see you all next week, same time, same day. As far as I know, there's nothing that should be changing the schedule, so we should be Saturday at 6 p.m. EST for our usual stream on Saturdays. So, good night, everybody. Have a nice evening, and I hope you all rest well. So, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.